Hey everybody, Erica Serwin here from Pink Bucker Designs. This week I'm making St. Patrick's Day projects, and today I have a really cute treat box for you. Inside are these Lucky Charm treat bars. This is always my go-to for St. Patrick's Day. Just a fun little treat kids and adults would like, I think. I found these at Target. I've seen them at Walmart. I've seen them everywhere. Okay, well, we're going to make the box, but let's make the box first. Oh, I am also using the Good Luck stamp set. We're going to use the little cauldron, the gold, and the Good Luck. All right, we're going to start with a piece of garden green that is 7 by 6, and we're going to start on the short side, scoring at 3/4, 2 3/4, 3 1/2, and 5 1/2. And then turn it to the short side, the long side, and score it at 3/4 and 6 1/4. All right, grab your bone folder, and we're going to burnish these lines. Your bone folder will help you get them nice and crisp. These measurements are all on a free PDF over on my blog too, so make sure you grab that. All right, on one end section, you can see skinny on each end. One of them, it doesn't matter which one. You're going to cut off the squares like that. And see how I kind of cut that off, that corner at an angle. Then we're going to trim the other squares like this, but we're not going to cut them off. Stopping at that horizontal score line. All right, take your adhesive. I'm just going to use Stamp and Seal today. Put that on that end where we cut the corners off, and we're going to lay that over so that your box, let's see, where's my bone folder? Your box lines up. You have overlapped those two side pieces right there. All right, and now take those, this is the back side right here. You want this where the end meets the side. You want that on the back. So fold in on one of the ends, the side tabs, then the back, and fold the front tab in last. That's going to give you that rounded edge on all those sides. All right, slide your treat in, sides, back, and front. And I'm not going to adhere that. We're going to use our ribbon to keep that closed. All right, here is a piece of our Hobby Haven Designer Series paper. I love this little grid. I'm going to put that there. And then I'm going to take the garden green mini chevron ribbon. I don't know if it's called mini chevron ribbon. Maybe it's just chevron ribbon. But it's little and thin, and I think it's fun. It's only 1/8 of an inch, so I call it mini. Those are mini chevrons. Okay, tie that. Now that will keep your box closed, and the recipient, to get the treat, doesn't have to rip the box open. They can just untie it to open it. All right, we've got our box made. Now let's make our tag on the front. I am using the party banner dies, and let's see what size I've used. From the middle, from the smallest, this is number 4 and number 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Gold foil and basic white. Now on the basic white, we are going to stamp the cauldron and the gold. And I'm going to use my stamp positioner so that I can ink this really well. You want to make sure that you've primed your stamp, that maybe not conditioned your stamp, maybe that's a better word. It's sticky when you first get it, so I like to kind of touch it and clean it really good and then ink it and just remove some of that sticky, okay? I'm going to put that right there. Get it straight. You lay your plate down, put the holes down in the pegs, and then pick it up. I am using basic gray ink. Okay. I'm going to set that down right there. Make sure your magnets are there to hold your paper in place. And it looks pretty good. If you don't get a solid image, you can re-ink it and stamp it again right on top. All right, clean it, take that off, and now we'll get the little gold. I'm gonna move this down here. We'll get the little gold image, set that in the exact right place, and set that down, pick it up. This time we are going to emboss with embossing powder. So I'm gonna use my embossing buddy to really kind of get that section ready to go. So hopefully our embossing powder doesn't stick where we don't want it to. Because this right here is still going to be a little bit wet. It doesn't feel wet, but it is a little bit wet. The embossing powder might stick to the cauldron. So we'll want to make sure that we wipe that off before we emboss. It may not, we'll see. All right, I've inked that in Versamark. You can't see it because Versamark is a clear ink. But when I sprinkle on my gold, you're going to see it. There we go. And it looks like my embossing buddy worked. I don't have any powder sticking where I don't want it. Maybe just a little bit up here at the top. So just take your paintbrush and brush that away. I'm going to take my reverse tweezers. And the reverse tweezers will prevent you from burning your finger, which is nice. All right, while we have our heat tool out, let's do our sentiment. I have a garden green banner here, and I'm going to stamp good luck right there. Also gold embossing powder. Those reverse tweezers are really good, and when you're stamping and heat embossing on something small like this, the reverse tweezers come in the embossing additions kit. There we go. Sometimes the embossing buddy will leave some of that chalky residue. So once your embossing is set, take a clean blending brush and just kind of wipe that away. All right, so now I'm going to take dimensionals and we'll put one in each corner. Be generous with your adhesive here because the heat tool has warped the paper a little bit, and we want it to be flat on our gold foil party banner. Oh, put that right there. This just brings spring into my mind. St. Patrick's Day, I always feel like you can feel the first whispers of spring, and it just makes me very excited. It's here in South Texas where I live. Winter is an ugly time. Everything is brown and yucky, and the weather is yucky. It's not very nice. So it gets me excited to think about it. All right, actually, I'm going to go up. Actually, this is what I did. I'm going to take this bow. I'm going to slide it down like that. So we're going to give kind of the faux appearance that this is hanging there on that bow. And I'm putting those dimensionals, I put them on either side of the ribbon so that it can stick there. And then we'll take one of these dimensionals and put our sentiment right there. All right, now to make this look a little more three-dimensional, I'm going to take my loose gold sequins and add a few in here. Now, one tip is to let your liquid glue sit for a couple of minutes. It's going to dry up a little bit and become really tacky, which will make this easier. When you stick these down, sometimes they don't want to stick. And so getting that glue to go more tacky, it'll be easier. All right, then how about this one? Pour your gold, I think we need one more. Pour your gold sequins into the lid of the container, just some of them, and you'll be able to get them a little bit easier with your take your pick tool. There we go. All right, and there is a fun and easy treat box for St. Patrick's Day. This would be a good one if you're going to need to make multiples of. I think it's pretty quick and easy. And a box of Lucky Charms cereal bars, I think was maybe $3 or $4. So you get 8 in there. I thought it was 6. You get 8 bars, and that's quite a good little bargain. All right, check my blog for the free PDF. Let me know if you have questions, and have fun stamping. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.